We are learning more about that nightclub massacre in Orlando, Florida.
Right now, many families are still waiting for word about their loved ones. Overnight, officials removed dozens of bodies from the gay club where a gunman killed 50 people and injured more than 50 others. Investigators say 29-year-old Omar Mateen called 911 to pledge his allegiance to ISIS after the shooting began early Sunday morning. This morning, we're learning more about the victims. We checked in the last 10 minutes, and investigators have now identified 21 out of the 50 people who died. Also new this morning, a new picture of one of the injured victims. You can see Angel Colon recovering in his hospital bed.
A Metro Atlanta man was actually in Orlando visiting friends who lived across the street from the Pulse nightclub, and he took video of the scene after he woke up to a gun battle. Channel 2's Liz Arts begins our live Team 2 coverage. Live in Orlando. Liz, you met the man on your way to Florida.
Fred, we were headed to Orlando. He was headed home to Atlanta. We pulled over along the interstate, met up with him, talked to him there about his experience here. He was just a block down the road right here, staying with friends who overlooked the Pulse nightclub. He got video and pictures and described for us what that was like during the chaos.
I was woken by dozens of gunshots, people screaming for help. Looked out the window and people were fleeing the club, trying to help the injured.
We met up with Nick Horstein, 203 miles south of Atlanta. He was headed home from Orlando, where he spent the weekend with friends and became witness to a horrifying act of terror.
You can hear the gunshots, and it's a 5-second clip, and there's, easily 30, 40 rounds fired in that.
He recorded those sounds on his phone from his friend's apartment off Orange Avenue. They had a window seat to the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. He told us that was the gun battle with police.
It's not very far from Atlanta, just a couple hours drive, and if it happens there, it could happen anywhere.
Hornstein said police would not let them leave the apartment for nearly 6 hours. He watched SWAT enter the nightclub and watch victims run for their lives, snapping these pictures of the developing scene as it unfolded in front of him.
A woman looking for her girlfriend. I'll just remember her. She had tears streaming down her face and just screaming, hysterical, and just the look of sheer terror and confusion is pretty rough to see.
The Orlando Police Department has been tweeting. They tweeted last night that they would have updates out here starting this morning, a little bit later on this morning. Of course, we have several crews in Orlando covering this. We will be out here all day, and we'll bring you the very latest starting at noon on Channel 2 Action News.